Hey, this Straight Out of the Country album that just came out, is this a playoff Straight Out of Compton, Straight Out of everything, or is this just, I mean, is it?
No, it's funny. Somebody asked me that. The buddy of mine asked me that the other day, and I hadn't even thought about that until he had asked me. But that's a good idea. But no, it didn't come from that.
It was just the Outta, O-U-T-T-A, where I was like, I wonder if this is what that is. But, okay, good to know. Hey,
Right.
Justin's got a new record out today. You guys check it out. Is it eight tracks? Is that what it is?
It's 8 new tracks. Yeah, 9 total with we didn't have much being an acoustic track as well as the full track that you guys have at radio. And just, in this world where we're trying to just give folks different stuff, different content in so many different ways, that song to me kind of lent itself to a more simple track. Not that the original is super involved, but I don't know, it just showcased the lyrics, and we thought, hey, this would be cool to do something a little different.
Let's talk about live music for a second, because you're back on the road May 29th, it looks like, Colorado Springs. Man, how excited are you to go to work again?
So excited, man. Obviously, it's, there's been so many difficulties on so many people throughout this past 13, 14, 15 months, whatever it's been. And certainly, a lot more serious things than not getting to go play live music. But that being said, feel so blessed to have the opportunity to get back out there. And we don't really know in what capacity it's going to be, but in any capacity, we're looking forward to it. And I think, one of the lessons that I've learned out of many that I have learned throughout this whole thing is not to take this for granted. We all thought this was, recession proof, what we all get a chance to do, go up on stage and play live music. And certainly that's been proven otherwise. And so, those long runs where we get a little crispy and go, golly, man, I just need to get home for a couple of days, and maybe we just ain't feeling this show tonight or whatever. There'll be a lot less of that, and we'll never take it for granted again, that's for sure.
Justin Moore is on with us. He's got a new record out today called Straight Out of the Country. I was looking back at, your history. Your first radio single came out in 2008, Back That Thing Up. It was co-written by Randy Houser. Do you ever play that live, or have you just kind of stopped on that one?
Yeah, that one's Houser's fault. I like to blame that one on him. We hadn't played that in a long time, Bobby. That was I think that might have been the only single we hadn't gotten in the top 30 in our career. And so, I think some people would remember it, and I think it kind of did its job. It kind of it got us some attention early on in our career, which everybody's trying to get, and cut through the noise, so to speak. And I think it kind of opened people up to my personality. I don't take myself too serious, etc. But it just wasn't a huge radio hit. I think it went to 38 and went back down in a hurry. And so we hadn't played it in a while. And fortunately, thanks to you guys at Country Radio, we're at the point where we have to cut hits out of the show, which is just something that is just mind-blowing to me. And, we signed our record deal 14 years ago, and the fact that we've continued this journey for this long is a huge blessing. And I guess if we had to throw something else in there, we could throw that one in there, but I don't know. We just haven't in a while.
If someone holds up a sign that says, play Back That Thing Up, does your band know it? You can just launch into it, or you just ignore the sign?
I don't know, man, to be honest with you. And when we played our first show, after this long drought, I didn't know if we'd know a damn thing, to be quite honest with you. So I've been impressed that we've known anything, but that one would be a chore probably to remember.
Your next song after that went number one. How different was it feeling when Small Town USA hit? Did it fly up the charts, or did it also take a while?
No, it took almost a year. I think at the time that it hit number one, it was a record at the time. It was broken a couple times after that for how long it took. And, those are a lot of sleepless nights because back then, it was a whole different ball game. If you have a couple of misses on singles in a row, you lost your record deal. Nowadays, labels tend to stick with you even for a couple, 2 or 3 albums. But back then, you got a single or two, and if one of them didn't pop, it was over. And so I was thinking, well, if this one don't work, we're in major trouble. And fortunately for us, it did. It like you said, it took a whole long time, but the fact that it rung the bell for us, regardless of how long it took, set us on this path for sure.
If you're somewhere and there's a guitar, do people ever just like look at you and go like, "Come on, man, just grab that. Come on, Justin, just grab that guitar and play us a couple"?
About everybody but my wife. She goes, "Do not grab that guitar," because she knows she can't get it out of my hands.
Justin, we were talking on the show recently about this dad, and he had a wedding fund for his daughter, and then she decided to elope. So he's just like, "I'm gonna spend the money on me and go have a vacation since you don't want the money for a wedding." Are you working on any sort of fund for your kids? You have some girls.
I got a whole bunch of kids. So yeah, we started all their college funds. My oldest is 11 and my youngest is 3. So they all have college funds started. Wedding, I'll kind of roll that into this past year. I had kind of a whole retirement plan, which has been extended by a couple of years now. But that included wedding stuff and everything. But I would convince your listeners, or I'll give you my experience. My wife's parents, who paid for our wedding, said, "We'll either give you X amount of money to start off, and you guys can just do some quick something, and then you'll be kind of set up for a little while." At the time, we didn't have a pot to pee in, and of course we did this whole huge wedding, and right after the wedding we go, "Man, boy, it'd be nice to have $20,000 to our name when we have 200 now," or whatever the amount was. So think about that long and hard if that's an offer. But I've never heard of the dad of the bride saying, "I'll either pay for this or give you this, or I'm using it." That's a new one.
Well, he did say wedding or nothing, and so now he went on a vacation. Check out Justin's music. I'm such a big fan. I share a birthday with Chris Jansen. I was looking at the list here. You share a birthday with Jordan Davis and Thomas Rhett. I
didn't know about Jordan.
Well, okay, so you and Thomas Rhett, do you feel like you have to race to text each other happy birthday? Because then if you're second, because I always feel like if Jansen beats me to it and he's like, "Happy birthday, bud," I'm like, "Dang it, I lost," and he's a better person than I am.
Yeah, and I don't think that joker texted me this year. I think I texted him, and his daddy texted me, but I don't think he texted me this year. I'm going to get on him next time I see him.
Exactly. Listen, man, it's good to talk to you. I would say tell me you're from Arkansas without telling me you're from Arkansas, but I'm looking at your room you're in right now. You have 4 Razorback helmets. You got a big sign that says Arkansas. Listen, it's basically me, you, and John Daly out singing the praises,
That's it, man. I'm telling you. There's, and I was just watching the news yesterday at home, and moving forward yesterday, which is Glenn Campbell's birthday, by the way, another Arkansas guy, but they're naming it Johnny Cash Day. And so I thought that was kind of funny that they're naming Johnny Cash Day moving forward on Glenn Campbell's birthday. But nonetheless, yeah, there's a few of us out here trying to wave the flag, man.
Well, good to see you. I hope everybody checks it out. Straight out of the country from Justin Moore. You know it's going to be good. If you love country music, that's your guy. Justin, good to talk to you, and hopefully I'll see you in real life real soon.
Likewise, buddy. Woo pig.
All right, see you, buddy.
It's a Bobby Bones show.